Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Pole, Off the Record. Crypto couldn't join us today; she's sick, but we do have a special guest. For those of you who haven't been there since the very beginning, since I was like 19, Ella Love!
Hi, I'm Ella. I am an ex-stripper, or retired, whatever you want to call it. I danced for about 2 years with Lana. We started dancing together. She started OnlyFans a little bit before me.
We met in high school.
We've been friends for 8 years, almost 9. It's crazy to think about, but yeah, I'm Ella. I'm 24, and Lana invited me on this podcast, so I'm excited to answer some of her questions that she has.
Well, I'm scared and excited. Who knows what we're about to talk about? Anyways, so since it's Christmas is finally fucking over, we are going to talk about the whole year. We're gonna go month to month talking about what we were doing. We're gonna talk a little bit about some trips we went on. We're gonna talk about Puerto Rico and hold on, there's one more thing. I need to look at the note. We're gonna have a little breakdown. But yeah, here we go. January. The beginning, let's say January through March. What do you think was going on?
I don't think we were talking around that time for a while.
But no, dude, March was because it was Crypto's birthday, and I came and got you.
Yeah,
March. And we went to that rave.
The first time since when did we stopped talking over the previous summers? It was 23.
We had a powwow. I don't even remember what that was about.
Me neither. I have no clue. We've had quite a few powwows, so but we always come back. That's all that matters.
Oh God, especially after this last one. But we'll get to that. So, we weren't talking for a while. I was like, hey, I'm going to a rave. You should definitely come. We did a bunch of fucking Molly. And then we shared our sweet nothings all night. It was Crypto's birthday.
That was a good little reunion.
It was good. It was hella good. My sister came. We went to Subtronics. We were all fucking just vibed out. It was wild. I was in a relationship at that time with Terry.
Yeah. Lots of Molly and lots of cocaine. I remember that.
Oh my God, bro. I was like a little vacuum boy.
Yeah. That was a good time, though.
We were clowning.
From January to March.
Well, I think January to February, I was convinced I was in love, so I was being a good little housewife or whatever you want to say. Not without a ring too. It's fucked up. And then I don't know, dude. I have this problem where eventually I'm with a man for a while, and then he starts to fucking get under my skin, and yeah, it's happened with every ex that I've actually dated, not situationship. Those motherfuckers are a different breed. Them situationships hit different.
Yeah, they do.
But sure. Yeah, we were fucking. We got back together in March, and then so March to January. So let's say to June, March to June, we went on some trips. We went to Nashville. Mm-hmm. Got mad fucked up in Nashville. That was fun.
Got trashed.
What else did we do? We went to Arkansas on a cute little camping trip.
We did. It was like a relax, like an R&R.
Yeah. With my little sister. The bitch got a ticket going down the highway.
We're not going to talk about that. I may or may not have a warrant for that ticket.
Allegedly. Weren't you only going 10 over?
Yeah. It was, I think, 11.
Whack.
Yeah.
That cop must have had a little dick or something.
Yeah. What else did we do? around that time.
A lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs. Actually, that was January was when I started my well, even before January was when I started taking a lot of opiates, a lot of Xanax, and a lot of cocaine. And
No.
kind of leads up to the next few months.
Yeah, so July's gonna be their own topic. So July, me, Ella, Crypto, Vanna, we all were like, let's go to Ozarks for the 4th. So me and the man broke up in June. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. You know, I have things that I want to do before I settle down, and also you have a kid. Like, it just makes it really hard. So that kind of like was a huge turning point for the year because I had been wanting to be a good girlfriend and I was like staying in the house kind of. I wasn't going out as much. But then I was like, summer's coming. I feel the fucking wild animal in me like wakening up. So it was time. It was, I didn't want to cheat on him, which I don't know. Yeah, well, July. Anyways, so we go to Ozarks. We started drinking. I pop a Zan. She pops a couple Zans, and we're good for a little bit. Like, I don't know if you've ever drinking on Xanax, but like you're like in and out through
It's
the
like
whole day.
you're like blacked out one moment and then you're like there. And then it's just like, it's kind of
Don't do it.
spotty the whole day, the whole night's just, yeah, it's very.
Don't do it. It
Yeah,
ain't worth
don't
it.
do it. One thing is to never mix alcohol and Xanax.
Because literally shortly after that, all I remember is we're in a bathroom screaming, and then like we're fighting, and I only remember a part of that, like a very small part of it, and then we separate for like 2 hours, come back to each other. I was like, both of us, I think, were crying the whole time.
I from the I remember going into the bathroom. It's kind of like spotty still, but I remember going into the stall because you guys had told me not to take any more Xanax. And you know me, I'm thinking, oh, like I'll be slick. Let me go into the bathroom stall, go pee, quote unquote. And I remember I looked in my bag and couldn't find my Xanax. And then that's just kind of like when everything went black for me.
She turned into the Incredible Hulk, bro.
And I just lost my ever living shit, which I definitely regret. And like, I crashed the fuck out that night. And it caused us to get into a physical altercation, which we never have in the 8 years of our friendship. It's never gotten to that point. But yeah, and then after that, didn't we get kicked out of the bath? Like we got kicked out
Yeah,
of the
dude. It
bar.
was
I
Shady
think.
Gator's bathroom. We got ripped off of each other, and then when you went with Vanna for a little bit, and I went with Crypto for a little bit, and I don't even know what we did. Like, I just remember I lost my phone after that, and then I was just pissed because at the time I was talking to Michael, and he was being a bitch about us being down there. He's like, "You used to fuck my homeboy," which is crazy because he had a girlfriend, and he wasn't my homeboy. He was your homeboy.
It's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yes, we're gonna call him. Oh, I already said his name, so I guess we have to make up a fake last name. What would you call him? Something describing him based off those dick pics you've seen of him. The one on the sink, Michael. Why? Why on the sink?
Michael Puny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bro, he was built weird. He was built like hella up here, and then like it got smaller. But yeah, that was like some business dude I used to fuck with because I used to fuck with his best friend, and then his best friend came into the club with his bitch, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking your man. I'm fucking your best friend, and then we talked. We fucked for like 4 months. We were fucking, and then I found out I had a girlfriend, and I crashed out after that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I was clowning. Because I've never really been played like that for real. Like, every guy that's ever been with me just wanted, they were like, I want you.
Yeah.
So, like, to have someone not want me was like, I didn't know how to react. But yeah, so found out about that. We didn't talk for a little bit after the Ozarks.
For a while, actually. I mean, we talked here and there, but kind of fell off.
There wasn't like any hate either. I think it was just like we both needed time to like heal,
Yeah.
if you will. Because I think any fight I've ever had with my friends, especially you, like, it impacts me way more than a fight with a man.
It does.
Because the men are fucking, no offense, but y'all are a dime a dozen, and you say the same thing about us, so I don't give a fuck. But like your women, your bitches, they know shit. Like this bitch has shit in her camera roll that could ruin my life.
Yeah. But like I was saying earlier, I hate that it got to that point where we, had like where I got physical with you, and I will always regret it, but I think it needed to happen. As
Because
much
look
as
at you
like
now.
I feel like it
You got
needed.
your GED. You're clean.
I've been clean since that weekend, so I've been doing really good, clean from all opiates.
And
But yeah, a bitch needed to sit down and realize that shit's gonna take over your life and ruin it. I think I
yes.
was going downhill very, very fast. So
You moved.
I did. I moved to Minnesota recently. I want to move back. I'm here in Missouri right
Bro,
now.
no,
So.
fuck that. People, places, and things. Missouri sucks. There's nothing out here. I want to
Dude,
get out of
Minnesota
Missouri.
sucks.
I
It's
bet it
not what
is.
I thought it was.
Missouri's not like, you know what Missouri is, bro.
But you have like your people here. Like that's the one thing I learned moving away for even a couple months. I was so excited for like a new scenery and like new people and just new experiences. And the first like month and a half, I loved it. I was like, I love this. It's just all new. It's all fresh start. And then like about 2 months in, that's whenever it kind of like hit me like I miss home. And it's not that I miss St. Louis or like miss Missouri, the state. It's just I miss the people
Oh,
that I
God.
had. And like you can FaceTime people, but it's never the same as like seeing them in person and spending time with them.
No, I agree 100%. I'm glad you came down to visit.
Me too. I've been extending my flight.
She's done it like 3 times.
Yeah. Supposed to leave next week. We'll see how that goes.
So August, after that, we'd see each other once in a while, but we weren't really seeing each other a lot. I seen him. I went to a Morgan Wallen concert for my birthday, and then shortly after that, I went to Austin because I wanted to get on Kill Tony because my ex, the one with the autistic kid, loved that show, and I was like, fuck, it'd be really baller to go on there and ruin it for him. I'm still trying. I'm not done trying. I'm gonna keep going down there until I get pulled. But
I'm
yeah,
telling y'all, she's gonna be the next best comedian. I'm telling y'all don't know it yet,
yeah, I got jokes,
but
and
she's actually really good at it.
I just have to check into my comedian character. It's kind of like stripping. Like you have to really separate
Your
who you
persona.
are, because the same bitch sitting with you right now is not the same bitch who likes like working. Like when I'm at work, I'm not who I am. I have to be different because I don't like old men. So I have to pretend I do. And
It's like
even then,
putting
I'm
on a
not that good at
mask.
it. Like the second they do some weird shit to me, I'm like, oh wow.
It's like you're putting on a mask or like
Yeah.
stepping into a different body
Oh
when you
God.
walk in there.
And it's not all butterflies, rainbows, and fucking unicorns either.
No, it's not. It's definitely not
It's a
that.
lot of crazy shit going on in that club. In any club that y'all have no idea. Like, unless you work there, you have zero clue what it's like to be a dancer.
Yeah, it's not just money being thrown and like everyone having a great time.
Yeah, even OnlyFans isn't like, oh, just start one and post titty pics.
Yeah.
Like, it's not what y'all think. So if you're considering starting one, do your research.
I definitely thought that in the beginning with OnlyFans. I was like, oh, this will
Yeah.
be easy. Like,
Titty pics, butthole pics, like
post
what?
some nudes on there, and then after a while, and like, you know, when you get a bigger following, it's like draining, especially on top of dancing. I stopped OnlyFans for a while because I'm like dancing on top of OnlyFans. It's just like constant dealing with men,
Oh God,
and I'm
bro.
like, I need that. You know, the time when we're not in the club, I need that time to like
Rejuvenate.
reset and rejuvenate myself, and I can't do that. You know, being on OnlyFans right after you leave the club. So
I agree. I rarely get on my OnlyFans unless I got like a quick little sex tape to post or something.
right.
Um. So yeah, we get on. We try to get on Kill Tony. My name didn't get pulled. That's fine. We're waiting outside the back of the building, and I see this little comedian walking down the alley, and I'm drunk as fuck. I'm like, oh my God, I know you. You're on Kill Tony. And then I like start to blab. I get a picture with him, and then I follow him on Instagram, and he followed me back. And then like later he DM'd me, and he's like, have you ever gone to Puerto Rico? And I was like, no. And then he was like, do you want to go with me? And I was like, fuck yeah. Like my bags are packed yesterday.
Right.
I wasn't gonna not go. Because he's really little, you guys. If you knew who this was, you know I wasn't gonna get raped or nothing like SA'd or nothing like that. But yeah,
There's no worry
so
with that, man.
that was really crazy. And then so we ended up going in October. So for Halloween I went down to Austin and we went to Puerto Rico. It was beautiful. We did a bunch of Molly, got really fucked up. And you know, at first I was really weird about him looking as young as he did. But watching anyone do drugs, you're like, damn, you're not as young as you look like.
No.
But it was so, I think between like getting my heart broken by what are we calling him? Michael what?
Puny.
Michael Puny, CEO of bullshit, that I was just like, okay, Tiny Tim is the one. Like, and then I shortly after that, like literally 3 weeks later, went back down to Austin to maybe go do some stand up, but also like obviously see him. And I feel like I kind of made that trip kind of about seeing him, and I feel super bad because I think it could have been a lot funner if I wasn't focused on someone who is hung up on their eggs.
Yeah.
Because he definitely is. He like still likes her pictures and stuff, bro. And I seen that recently. But here's my thing. Don't take bitches to Puerto Rico. Don't give them like an experience if you don't want to do it more.
Right.
Like, I just wish it wouldn't have happened. But yeah. So flyouts do happen. Be careful though.
Be careful who you choose to do that with, for sure.
And then, so what do you do? What were you doing August through? We'll go to October, I guess.
August to October. I moved up to Minnesota. I think it was late August, possibly early September. And then that's whenever I started doing my research about GED. I continued OnlyFans for extra income at the time. And mainly it was just taking classes, taking tests, trying to get my GED for those few months. I was going out and drinking with like family because I didn't have interest to meet many friends. I thought the people up there were a little odd. So,
what do you mean by that? Talk about the people up there.
for one, the accents, just like especially with men, I think it was like a really big turnoff for me. I don't know if you know how they talk.
Go ahead, give us an example.
They're like, fuck you. And I'm like, I just can't.
Fuck you.
And they make fun of my accent. They think people down in Missouri sound like those southern people. And I'm like, have you been more like further down
Right,
south?
go to fucking Louisiana.
Because you can't even understand what people down there are saying compared to us. But it's, the accents were huge, which is odd for me. Like, I think that shouldn't be, you know, like a deal breaker. But, and they just weren't very cute. I don't know. It was They were just little.
You've had some fun up there, though.
Had some more?
Some fun. You've had some fun up there, though.
I have a few times.
Got to drive a food truck.
Yeah, that sounds like a blast. Yeah, I went on my first Hinge date. This like older Chinese man. You know, he had money. Like he was like flexing his money. So of course, me being me, trying to find an older man with money, put me in your will before you
Oh God.
die. And we ended up going out to dinner. He was so annoying. Like drove me absolutely crazy. And I convinced him to go to the bars after we went to dinner, and we did. And then he was like, I'm ready to go back to my apartment. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening because I already know what he's going to be wanting when we get there. Like, no. And I was like, I'm going to get my purse out of the car. I'm going to stay here. And he was like, what? And I'm like,
his ass,
I'm not going with you. And so I stayed at the bars by myself, which was honestly, like, I don't know what I was thinking doing that in a big city by myself. Like, but then I ended up meeting some like cool women there that I hung out with the whole night. And then somehow, when the bar closed, there was a food truck outside full of these beautiful, beautiful chocolate men. If you don't know me, I love chocolate men. And
I like white men.
and they were having like inviting people on their food truck, and they were all drinking. They had bottles. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like I don't. The bar closed at 2. And they had no other places open. I'm like, I want to keep drinking, and I had some cocaine with me. And I ended up, I don't even know how or why I was driving the food truck, but I guess I may have asked, and they were like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know if I hid anything. I assume not because they never told me. And then we ended up going back to one of their places, and we just. It's just a train, boy. It's just a train. It was like one of my wet dreams that came true, and yeah.
Dude, it's crazy because guys are either like, yes, I'm about that life, or no, I'm fucking not doing that.
Completely, they're like, that's fucking weird. Like, I'm not gonna have my dick out. When
I had a married man at the club tell me that's one of his like fantasies is double teaming a bitch.
I feel like that's a lot of men's fantasies, even though if they don't like to admit it.
If that's your fantasy, you're fucking gay.
I thought that too. Nothing wrong with being gay, but
it is if you're trying to hide it.
Yeah,
I hate
closet.
I hate a man that hates women and like is just a bitch to women because they're low key gay.
I hate men that are like they're super homophobic in public, and they like they'll like say, "Oh, that's gross,"
and they probably masturbate to gay porn.
Behind closed doors, they're getting pegged by another man
or messaging us to peg them, bro.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many DMs I have that are saying, "Would you peg me? Would you double team me?" I'm just like, oh, bro, like, one, there's no way you could afford to pay me enough to do that. Like, you're gonna shit on the dick, probably, and I'm gonna throw the fuck up.
Yeah, that made me.
I don't eat ass. I know one girl that eats ass. There's probably more, but I'm not about that life. I wish I was. But I'm not. Do you eat ass?
Hell no. I don't think you could pay me enough money to stick my tongue in a man's ass. Like, that's just not. For one, most men are so unhygienic. You never catch me getting down and dirty in that fucking brown booty hole for funsies. That would
love you, Vanna, but no.
I just can't. And I give it to, like, more power to you if you can. Because I know men love that. But I don't know. It's just not for me. It's not my.
Hey, and it don't gotta be. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it just makes you normal. So I'm gonna see if I can pull up.
You know this one trick I learned? You like sucking dick, cradle the balls.
And you, dude, I push up behind them like I'm almost in the butthole.
Or like the
yeah.
You like cradle them,
dude. I'm freaky, but I'm just not as freaky as I should be, probably. And now we come to November, December. You've been down here. What have you been doing?
I've been visiting family, seeing everyone I love, and yeah, trying to soak in the moment because I'm not real sure what my next step is. I thought getting my GED,
Me neither.
I have it all figured out, and I got my GED, and I was like, fuck, what now? Like, what? Like, I know I want to go to school, but like, there's always a part of me that will miss dancing and like miss that fast money. Never easy, by the way. Let's make that clear.
Not easy.
That money's not easy. It's just fast, and I think that's what I miss most. And I miss dancing. Like, I miss
getting on that pole,
getting on that pole,
ass.
especially before I started getting into opiates. I really did love dancing, but then like once I started doing those quite often and drinking, I started to hate it for some reason. But I think that was just more so the addiction I had going on. But I will always miss dancing, and I still think about it. Like, I'm like, what if I want to start dancing again? But I'm like, don't, because it just made me a heinous bitch to everybody, like especially men. I started to
I'm a
try and
heinous
fight
bitch to
men in the
men.
club. It was not. It's not good. But yeah.
Shit, let's see. My week. I wrote down some shit for my weekly breakdown of December. I had a group of AA members come and see me at the club, buy me a bottle for myself. That was pretty cool. Call me fucking Jesus because I work miracles. Some girls at the club were burning their pubes and for a spell that supposedly like brings money into the club. Like they put it in an ashtray and then they were mixing it with some shit, set it on fire, and put it outside. And apparently, that like smell makes men come in. And Shorty put it outside for them.
Did it make money come in that night? Do you
I
know?
don't think they made money. No. You can say what you want. I don't. You don't have to see these girls.
To each their own. I mean, if doing that makes you think money's gonna come and go, I mean, by all means.
I'm a big believer in manifestation, but I'm not pulling my pussy hairs out.
No.
No.
Manifestation for sure, but like to that extent, no. I don't think
There's a
doing
lot of
some
witches in the
witchy
club.
voodoo shit is gonna bring money into the club. As much as I wish that would be the case, because shit, then I'd be in there doing some voodoo shit when I was dancing. But I don't think that, like I said, to each their own.
And lastly, like this was like 2 or 3 days ago, I financed my first car. I've only ever relied on men like for cars. Like I've always just had a boyfriend give me the car and I pay them in payments and then it's mine and like they fix it for me and I hadn't done my taxes in like 3 years, so it was super hard to get my credits. I don't even want to talk about that, but it's hard as fuck to get a car when you're a sex worker, bruh. Like, unless you have good credit and unless you, like, have paycheck stubs, they don't want to give you shit, dude.
Unless you have a really big down payment. There's a lot of places where, if you put so much down, they really don't even look at that kind of stuff. As long as you pay your taxes, it does help having OnlyFans, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's, job in itself.
But dancing, like stripping, it's fucking hard. Make sure you're doing your taxes. If you want to strip and you want anything out of this life, do your fucking taxes. That's my Lana's fucking breakdown to you guys. Don't let it get 3 years in and you haven't paid shit because the IRS hole is not a hole you want to be digging yourself into.
Yeah.
You done your taxes yet? Allegedly? Allegedly, no.
Allegedly, no.
Well, you stopped working at a decent time before they were making everything.
Yeah, I only danced, I'd say, a few months whenever they started actually, like, counting and, counting the dances and paying attention to the money you're making. Before that, they weren't tracking any of that
Oh,
shit.
God,
So.
they're Hitler now. And while I was at the car dealership getting my car, there was this fine ass man there, and I thought this would be slick. I put on a note because I heard him talking about his kid, so I was like, "Let me know if you're taking stepmom applications." filled it on a 20 and threw it on his desk. But then I found him on Instagram because I'm a stalker, and he had a girlfriend, so he did good. He didn't text me. He was so fucking fine, bro.
He's one of the good ones, that's for sure.
Yeah. I was so shocked, dude. Yeah, do you have a New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution? Probably be to figure out what I want to go to school for and start, applying to some schools. Most likely will be a community college because I'm not trying to
nothing wrong with that.
pay out the ass for a university when I really don't care how I get my degree or where I end up. But yeah, and also focus on my body and like get myself back to where I want to be. I want to get back in the gym. I want to take care of my body because we're getting older and everything starts to move a lot slower the older you get, especially metabolism.
Oh God,
so that's one of my main goals, but also school and job, and 25 is creeping up.
Mine is make this podcast good, fucking do good on OnlyFans, try to move out of the state by the end of the year next year. I just want to be rid of like this bullshit. If I never have to dance again, that will be awesome. I cannot wait to throw my shoes in this fucking closet and not look at them. But hopefully it won't be in this house. It will be somewhere else.
Right.
What do you think was the funniest story you have this year?
That's a hard one. I just really think.
What's the most gremlin thing you did this year?
Bro, 4th of July weekend,
No, gremlin meaning
like
it was so funny. Like it was just you were being bad as fuck, being a little gremlin.
I feel like it was sometime with you.
We yeah.
Like we've just had so many.
We go out, not know how to act,
and just clown out. I'm trying to think. I don't know. This year
we were fucked up.
I was just fucked up a lot this year. I fucked up and I was fucked up.
Same, bro.
I don't remember a lot from this year up until August, and then I was just kind of getting on my shit. So I don't think I really have. If I did, some gremlin shit, I probably didn't even know I was doing it because I was so zanned out and drunk that I have no recollection of a lot of it. What about you?
Most gremlin thing. Shit, I don't know, dude. I fucking every time we went out, whether we were on vacation or not, I found someone to flirt with and buy drinks for the whole night, and that was pretty crazy.
I feel like you're always on gremlin shit.
Yeah.
So
when you do gremlin shit all the time, it just blends together.
Yeah.
We're about to go either wreck this fucking. So I have this old Ford Focus. Transmission's about to go out. I got a new car. The car title is in my ex's name, but he gave it to me. He's just being a bitch about ordering me a new one. So we're gonna have to go do something to it.
We have two options.
A, homeless person can have it. B, fucking
go total that bitch.
Jackass style.
Yeah.
I asked you guys like a week ago to do a little Q&A, and we're gonna do the Q. Actually, Bop news real quick.
Okay.
So the Bop House seems to be running out of ideas for content. No one is ever going through that much shit 24/7. I'm sorry, but I get it, girls. Y'all want your views up,
right?
There's just some shit that your car getting stolen. I don't know.
Yeah, and then what
is that? A $2,500,000 car? You can just steal it.
You know that was staged.
Do we seem retarded?
But people eat that shit up, and that's where they know that people eat that shit up and believe it, because there are people out there in the world that are not all there. So
yeah,
don't have
I think it's crazy. I think I wouldn't really care if someone slept with my boyfriend 2 years ago, but if they didn't tell me about it when we were hanging out, that would be fucking weird.
I feel like that was staged too, though.
Oh God,
You know,
but even if it was, no girl's gonna handle it the way they did.
No.
Like, I'd be like, bitch, here's my address.
Yeah. And the you know, like the trend right now, people are like saying they got a letter from the Bop House getting an invite.
Yeah.
And they'll make a video on TikTok and say like, we would never invite you to the Bop House, and I'm just like, what makes
Like,
you
who
think
do you bitches think you are?
like you guys all look the same? It's like copy and printed. And there's no like diversity.
Variety.
Yeah, it's not.
No, none of them
They
have
just think
tattoos.
their
None of them
shit
are
is
like
insane.
bad. I bet none of them can really fight.
No. And they all look very young.
Come down to the Midwest and get that Midwest. I don't even know.
The Bop House is not. I don't know. I fed
It was
into
like
it for
a fad at first. It was cool.
It was cool to watch
for
it
the first week.
Yeah, for like the first week, and then it was just like you could tell like they were doing anything and everything to get more views.
Like, we were the original Bobs.
The OG
Our
Bobs
generation.
before TikTok,
Oh,
blew up, and before people started podcasts, and
we were fucking outside doing shit. We can't eat some of the shit we can't even say right now because of the statute of limitations and whatnot.
Yeah.
What is the statute of limitations? 7 years?
I think so. I think it's 7.
Okay, well, I can talk about a lot of shit, but not recent shit.
No.
Just joking. I don't give a fuck.
Well, honestly, the past we've been friends for almost 9, so like that's a majority of our friendship.
A decade,
right there.
bro. That's crazy. So here's some Q&A questions. We're gonna answer these, and then we're gonna go figure out what we're doing with this car, and either we're gonna add a clip to the end of this video, or post another one. But first question, I'm gonna ask you, and then you can read me a question. So we'll answer every other one.
Okay.
So the first question, most awkward dance you ever had.
Oh, this is a good one. I think I've told
And can you do it to me?
Dance like in the club?
Yeah.
Okay, like private dance. No. I mean I could, but it was just weird. Like it was very yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Headlight man. That's what
Headlight man.
That's what everyone call him. You get back in the dance area and like he would whip out this headlamp out of his pocket, put it on his head, and turn on the light, and it's bright as hell. And he always had me turn away from him. He was an ass man.
An ass man.
And he's like this old little white man, like just like, your typical old white guy. And when the dance would start, he got like really, how do I say this?
Ghetto.
Yeah. He would
What did
say,
he say
like,
to you?
he'd be like, that ass is from Compton, bitch. Like, it was just very, like, his whole demeanor and, like, voice changed. And, it would get quiet. And then he would start saying some more just weird shit. Like, I feel like he was trying to, like, reenact the scene from something he watched. Because I was like, this is not real. It was just awkward.
Dude, I don't think we were talking at the time, but I had a virgin come in a couple times to see me, and like he was obsessed with me. He spent like $2,000 one night. He kept buying rooms with me, and he'd be like, "Has anyone ever danced for you?" Pushed me on the couch, got on top of me, made me like grab his titties.
I think you
Do you
told me
like
about
this? Look
that.
me in the eyes, and I'm just like, oh my god. So I like one night I was super fucked up on oxy, and I was kind of emotional because my dog had just died. And I was like, my dog died. I cried the whole hour. He paid $2,000 to listen to me cry, and then come see me next week. And I'm about to break things off with him, and he's like, Lana, I think I'm falling in love with you. I want to give you my virginity. And I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? I texted him that night. I was like, listen, I think we want different things out of the relationship. It's time to end it. He tried to call me. I blocked him. And that's where that went. Like, I don't know. I don't. 35 and a virgin's crazy. No one's 35 and a virgin by choice, in my opinion.
Do you remember Henry?
Bro, that motherfucker still comes in here.
He actually probably topped the most awkward private dances, private rooms I've ever had. Like, it was just...
Same, bro. He's like rubbing his...
I remember he'd call a lot of the girls he did rooms with, like, mommy all the time. And when we would do rooms, I was his little slut. And
damn.
Yeah.
Bro, I was a little slut too. Don't worry.
Were
He
you?
didn't give me the
Okay.
mommy treatment.
Because I would tell other people, and they're like, "Really? He calls me mommy?" And I'm like, "I don't know what it is, but apparently I'm his little slut in that room."
We're slutty, I guess.
I guess so. I guess we give off different vibes. Okay, we'll do the next question. Top 3 conspiracy theories.
And then once you read it, delete it.
Okay.
Shit. Marilyn Monroe, Princess Diana, and that Joan Boett girl.
Oh, John Bennett, or
yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to keep these sex related. Y'all suck. Okay.
You can do. Or I could ask you a different one.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna ask you. Some of these are so stupid. Someone said, small talk or just a dance?
Would you get paid?
Fucking obviously. Are you paying us?
Yeah, if you're paying for small talk, I mean, if you're paying more for small talk than the dance, like, that's... You kind of got to get a little bit more in detail on that. But obviously it would be a dance if I'm not getting paid for small talk.
Hey, fucking man.
A dance is like a minute and a half long.
Y'all gotta get better with the questions. I don't want to fucking talk to you at the club if I'm not making money. Because I'm not getting paid by the hour.
Right. Is 6 inches enough?
Based on my last the last 2 dudes I fucked, yeah, it is. But I like a good 7.5.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It also depends, like, the girth of it as well.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, I'd have to agree on that one. For sure.
This one's so funny. Do you show more attention to customers with bigger or smaller ones?
Penises?
Someone said, do you show more attention to your customers with bigger or smaller dicks?
Oh, how do you know if it's bigger or smaller?
My thing is, it don't matter. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Who's got the bigger pockets is the real question.
Amen. Hey, fucking men.
We're not there to fuck in the club, so whoever's got the biggest pockets is the one I'm giving the most attention to.
Out of our relationship, who's the princess and who's the pimp?
I feel like we're both pimps. Like,
oh, God.
When it comes down to it, we're
pimpin'
both...
Pimpin'.
We're just pimp
We're
bitches.
pimps in our own way.
Ask you a question.
My name is Lana. Cash out me if you wanna.
Gets asked a lot on DM, so I want to ask you if that's okay. How can we actually meet you? I get going to the club, but I would like to be friends with you. Like, when men ask,
I have enough friends. I don't want to be friends with men. Amen. Frankly, you can't be friends with a man. If you and me go out and do anything I can go do with my bitches, it's a date, and I'm good on that. Like, I've never been so, like, job driven until this year, and it's because we are getting older and I have to take it serious. Like, I don't want to be distracted by a man, and if it is the one, like, I'll know.
And you know
and
that
he'll have to be rich.
Most of the men that ask that question, especially when they say to be friends, everybody knows that is not to be friends.
We know what you really want.
You're asking a stripper to be friends with you.
You don't like me for my personality. You like me
No.
for this.
Punani, that ass. Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
Goody cat.
What's your go-to shot?
Probably a double Tito's chilled with lime. That has always been my go-to shot.
Lately, I've been doing Rumplements.
I'm sorry.
But usually it's Casamigos. Y'all know you love some Casamigos. Thank you.
I feel like I'm moving up though, because now my go-to shot's usually like a whiskey.
Damn. Who hurt you?
A bourbon.
Jameson?
No.
Okay,
not
good.
Jameson.
I was about to call you. Steph,
sometimes it's Captain, and Captain's like on
You're
the
nasty.
cheaper end. But yeah, I do like whiskey shots now. At the club, it was always vodka. Double vodkas every time.
The rest of these are dumb. If you want us to answer more questions, ask better ones.
Yeah, more interesting.
So I guess we have to go decide what we're about to do with this car. Look at the Instagram, see what people voted, and also just based on how we feel right now.
We gotta make sure the car makes it to whatever we're trying to do or wherever we're trying to go.
Transmission about to be out,
and it doesn't go in reverse. So
it does sometimes. If we're lucky.
Maybe we could put it in neutral and just push the bitch. But yeah, we're gonna go figure that out and see what we do.
Thanks for coming on. Do you even know the name of the podcast?
Off the Pole on the Record podcast.
It's actually on the pole off the.
Damn! On the pole. Hey, now I got it almost.
You don't even know.
It's okay. Thank you for having me. And
I'm glad you got to speak your piece. Is there anything you want to say to the fans?
Run that bag up and fuck bitches. Fuck bitches get money, basically.
Oh my God.
Worry about running that bag up.
This isn't the last you've seen of Miss Ella.
We're gonna have a stripper reunion on here real soon.
We are, bro. You, me, Vanna, Crypto, the OG.
The OG
squad.
Bop squad.
All right, guys. See you next week, and it will be New Year's. So I want to hear all your New Year's resolutions. What is it? Resolutions. Yeah. Thanks. Glad you're here. I want to hear about them. If you're trying to lose 5 pounds, let me know. If you're trying to quit smoking crack, same here. Yeah, thanks. Bye. See you next week. Here we go. I'm gonna get on top of this. You gonna smash the windshield? Just like the music video. Damn, it's hard to find. Okay, someone else is. Jackass 5.0. She's stuck. Oh. There's lights. Or left with a. Don't stop!
This loud one in my butt!
Oh.
Lori.
Meow! Yeah!
Oh, look.
What?
Oh, the glass is falling in the car.
It's all good. Bro.
You want to do it?
I don't know. I don't know if I can do a donut.
You can, you just whip it, and then when you think you're about to hit something, whip it the other way. Damn. I bust the windows out your car. How is this light still going?
She said I'm gonna do it real good.
Oh no, that's Lance. Lori.
Oh, there's someone right there.
What's she look like? Why can't we see still going?
I know.
Hehe.